everybody. My name is Tasha, and I work at West Carolina. I'm here with Chase today. He is a technician in our Network Operations Center, and we have some questions that have been coming in from our customers, and he's going to help answer those for us today. Chase, the first question I have is customers who are using generators. They're wondering if they can connect to their Wi-Fi and how to do that. Can you walk us through how that works?
Yeah, so we have a couple different steps right now that we're walking through with people, and the biggest thing is kind of seeing what you have to begin with. I know everybody has kind of different setups, and in some of our different areas, you may have an outdoor ONT, and sometimes you may have an indoor ONT. I got a couple of the examples here. Most of our indoor ONTs kind of look like this. They're kind of smaller box. They have a most of the time, the easiest way to spot them would be a fiber optic cable being plugged right into them. A little bit different than a router. A lot of times people think the router may be the ONT, but if it don't have that fiber optic cable coming to it and being plugged into it, it's a little bitty small, most time a white cable. Sometimes they can be black. It's a very small little cord that plugs right in on the bottom of these boxes. Those are the easiest ways to spot those. And then you'll have the big router, which is right here beside it. The kind of gray shaped cube, which is our gigaspire box is how we know it. But that everybody knows this is the router box. So when you can kind of distinguish the two, a lot of times you have a two box scenario. If you got two boxes, both of those boxes are going to have to be plugged up to power. If you only see the one box, which would be the cube box that I showed a second ago, that would just be your router. In that case, what you need to do is we'll have to find the battery backup, which is powering your other box, which in that case will be on the outside of the house. The battery backups, they kind of look like these. Some of them are white boxes like this. They'll have a couple cables plugged into them, and one of those cables will go directly to your outlet. You don't really have to unplug anything else on there. Just taking that power cord out of the wall and plugging into your generator, that should make that outside box power on, and it should come right up. In some scenarios, it may be a little bit smaller option than the wall wart. This don't have the battery backup in it, but what it does is that those cables tie down to it, and it just plugs right into an outlet. So if you see it plugged into an outlet in the house, you can take it out and plug it in. A lot of questions we get is where to find it. A lot of times those can be kind of anywhere as long as they have power. So sometimes they could be in a garage, or they could be behind a TV or something like that. So it's just kind of knowing those two boxes are kind of what you're looking for.
Perfect. Okay. Now you mentioned the white box. Is it always going to be located on the outside, or could it be in different areas of the home?
It can be kind of the same thing as this other box. Both of these boxes here, just as long as they have power when they do the installs, you can put them anywhere. I know some people want them to be kind of hid out. Some people say you can put it kind of wherever. So these can kind of be anywhere, but these are the kind of two different options. I'll kind of sit them here in front of me. You can kind of look for, or either one of these. If you see these, that's probably going to be powering on. Your main ONT box, but they can kind of be anywhere. They could be under a house or in a basement or something like that. So if you have those options, you may want to just kind of look and see if that's where they are.
Perfect. Okay, that's great. Now, one question that we've had also is, what if they use their own equipment? Like, how would we navigate them through that?
Yep. So if you have your own equipment, it's kind of just getting power to it. One of the best things I think we've been telling people from a call standpoint when we get them is there's really never a need to unplug your Cat 5 cables or your fiber optic cable or anything like that. The only cords you really want to touch is the power cables. So if you have your own equipment, all you really got to do is take the power outlet out of the wall, plug it right into your generator or your drop cord that's coming from your generator, and plug it right up and let it power on, and it should go right to work.
That's good. Okay. The other question we have is, what if they go through all of those steps and it doesn't come back up? What could that mean?
The biggest thing is that, right now in a lot of areas, we're still seeing a lot of fiber damage from the storm. So a lot of fibers are knocked down. The guys we've talked to, they've been trying to go as quick as they can. Some people are having power restored and the fibers aren't back up yet. So a lot of times what we're doing is people can call in to our knock, here, and we can kind of try to look and see if we can tell. If you have the indoor option here, which is right here, there's a light on there that says broadband, which is the second one. The first one is power. The second one is broadband. If you do have the indoor, it's pretty easy to tell. If you don't have a broadband light, it's not picking up the signal from your fiber. We've been having people call us, and we've been trying to keep up with those tickets and get everybody put in and try to get people back working as quick as possible.
Absolutely. And y'all are doing a great job. I know our response times have been a little bit longer than usual, but that's to be expected right now during all this. And of course, safety is our priority. Is there anything you can think of that we need to keep in mind before doing any of this or going through those steps?
Yeah, some of the biggest things is just making sure, paying attention to what you got. I've heard a lot of people hooking up generators, just making sure you be safe, making sure you plug everything up, take your time, hook them up the correct way. Getting everything squared away. And, with our stuff, like I say, it's pretty straightforward. It's just only cables you need to move is those power cables. You can plug them right into those generators, just like plugging anything else up. And when you get those hooked up, making sure that, the power comes on to it. If you see the power, with it just being a storm, sometimes the power surges and different things can make those boxes not power on at all. We've seen a couple of those too. So, if it don't have any lights, the biggest thing is you can call us here in our knock and we can kind of walk you right through some of that troubleshooting if you have any more questions.
That's awesome. Well, just like me and the rest of our team, I know you've talked to plenty of people so far. What kind of things are you hearing? Are people okay? What's kind of
Yeah,
going on?
Yeah, it seems like for the most part it is, and I know all the power guys out there are trying to get power back on as quick as they can, and so it seems like people are getting it every day faster and faster, which is getting our up times up more on the phone because we're getting more calls now that people are getting power back, which is a really good thing. So it seems like most people around our area is safe as now. We just kind of trying to recover from the storm and everybody get back to normal.
Absolutely. I know we're all looking forward to that. So, team wise, I know you guys are working round the clock. How's your team doing? Is everybody
Yeah,
okay?
Yeah, the team's doing great. They're working as hard as they can, taking a bunch of calls. I know that they're going through trying to troubleshoot and help as much as they can from here. Um, Biggest things that I know everybody wants to get the service back on as quick as possible, and that's what we're trying to do. We just ask everybody to stay patient with us. We're gonna try to help you from here if we can. That way, you don't have to wait as long for somebody out in the field. If we can help you get it back rolling from right here from the office.
Absolutely. Well, we all appreciate that. I know our customers do. From my end, just talking to them, they're asking us if we're okay. They've been incredibly patient and kind. So we certainly appreciate that during these difficult times. And hopefully they'll find this information helpful. And we appreciate your time today, Chase.
Yep. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.